almost midnight and I finally made it after a delayed flight. Oh my gosh. And then finding this place was tough. I didn't even film it. I was going to, but then I was like, forget it. I just want to get in and be safe. It's not an Uber driver, it's a Bolt driver. That's their ride share. He was like, okay, this is it. And I was like, oh, of course it is. It's like this really, really dark street where I couldn't see anything. But I was like looking and I was like, where are the addresses? I found one and it was like one off, like one number off. And I was like, okay, I'm close. And I go to the next door and there's no address on it, but it's open. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like I don't want to walk into the wrong place. And I walked the opposite direction and the numbers were going the wrong way. So I walked back and I was like, okay, this has got to be it. And so I went inside and I walk in, and on the outside on the street, there was like graffiti all over the walls. And like I said, it's very dark. And then as soon as I walked through the door, it was beautiful. And there's like these really big, tall wooden doors. And then I followed the directions that the Airbnb host gave me to go all the way straight back, like past this garden. And then I get here and it says walk in through these doors, and then you're gonna see 3 doors and the middle one is the spot. And so I'm just tired, and 2 of them had these lock boxes, and you have to have the code for the lock box to get the actual, it's like a physical key. It's like, yeah, physical key. And so I was like trying to get one of these boxes open, it wasn't working. I was like, what in the world? And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try the other one. So I tried the other one and that worked. And I'll show you guys around really quick, but I'm going to bed immediately because the car is picking me up at 6:30 in the morning to go to Auschwitz. Wow, a vacuum cleaner, put the shoes here. Look at how beautiful the kitchen is, I must say. Look at that. And then here's the room. I can't wait to see it in the daylight. And I have a mirror this time. That's really exciting. There's my couch. Oh, you know, for all my guests. And I really like the walls. This actually looks out to a garden. Oh my gosh, this bathroom is so beautiful. Wow. Oh, there's this shower. Look at my big, oh my goodness, this place is lovely. Hello, it's the next day. I'm applying a little bit of antiperspirant on my face. It's a little beauty hack that you can do if you're gonna go somewhere and you feel like you're gonna be sweaty, and it's summertime, the weather's been pretty warm, so I decided to do that. The tour that I booked was recommended from my Airbnb host. I really liked this option because they pick you up at your Airbnb, take you to Auschwitz and Birkenau, and then they drop you back off at your Airbnb. The price was a little over 60 euros, and I will link the website in the description below for you if you want to book the same tour. I'm very quickly eating this protein bar. When I was singing in LA, back when I was pursuing music, I was working with a producer and he had a home studio in Hollywood. His apartment was an older building, and they had this really cool structure where like the apartment was like a whole rectangle, and in the center was a courtyard. And after sessions, sometimes we just go sit there. This reminds me of that. Look at that, unlocked memories. I don't even know where I'm waiting. I think I just go up front. This is so pretty. Gosh, I can't wait for tomorrow. Gonna explore a little bit in the morning, hopefully, and then gonna get on the bus. I always feel like I'm shooting a catalog. This is my LLTD. Oh, I forgot the top. Here we go on an adventure. It is 6:29. I feel ready. Oh, it's cold. Okay, there's my little spot. So cute. This is the first time I've seen sidewalk parking. It's a first. And this is the street I arrived on last night when it was completely dark outside because all the trees covered the lights. I was picked up in a large Mercedes van and joined the group, and on the ride over to Auschwitz, they played this video about the history of Auschwitz, and it was kind of like a refresher, and honestly, it just also helped to pass the time. But I will say that the drive there was really beautiful because you got to get out of the city a little bit and really appreciate the more rural areas. After you go through security, they give you these. so you can hear the audio.
From beginning to end, the Auschwitz-Birkenau tour takes about 7 hours, and that includes transportation to and from the camps. The camps are within walking distance of one another. First, you will go to Auschwitz, and that tour takes about 3.5 hours. You will have a small break, and then you will go to the other camp, which is located a short distance away across the street. And that camp takes about an hour and a half to walk through. I was very surprised about the size of the camps. Auschwitz is a relatively small camp in comparison to Birkenau. Birkenau is massive, and at its peak it housed 90,000 prisoners. During your tour, your guide will take you through the selection area, the processing areas of the prisoners, the places where they slept, where they used the restroom. You will see various memorials created by different countries in both of the camps. They will take you through parts of the camps where mass executions took place, which of course includes the gas chambers. There are some areas in Auschwitz where you cannot film or take pictures due to respect for the victims. I learned that towards the end of the war, the Nazis tried to destroy evidence of Birkenau, so you will actually see the remains and the remnants of some of the biggest gas chambers. Visiting the camps and seeing the victims' personal items is an incredibly sombering experience, but it is one that I would recommend because it is so important that we never forget the victims of this atrocity so that we can prevent these things from happening again in the future.
Yesterday, I was supposed to book myself somewhere to stay, and I didn't do that. So currently I'm gonna pack everything up, and then I'm gonna look for a spot, which I did do a little research, and there were lots of hotels, so I'm really not concerned. This is my little drawing rack. I think it's pretty cute. I'm gonna go venture for a little bit. Then, pageant is tomorrow.
In the morning, I walked over to the Wawel Palace, which was so beautiful, and this is also very close to a lot of other popular attractions in Krakow, like Cloth Hall. It's just a few minutes walk away from there. It's a beautiful area, and it's a place that you really can't miss if you're visiting Krakow.
Just got a slowly wiggle. Don't know what's on it. Don't know how much it costs. I did the little conversion to USD, and my wonderful bagel was salami, which was so good. It cost less than $3 US. This is fantastic. So now I'm headed back to my Airbnb, and then I'm gonna head over to the bus station really early and still haven't booked a hotel. So I'm gonna take care of that, hopefully, when I arrive. Because I am so confused about locations, so I'm just gonna get there and then see places that are close to me. Also figure out where in the world the venue is.
I forgot to use this thing for my towels, but it's come in quite handy for my clothes that were still a little bit damp. It's drying everything quite nicely. Wish I could put this stuff on, it's so warm and cozy.
Got my layers on. Ready to go to the next spot. Almost at the city for Miss Supernational.
Oh, how very wrong I was. I arrived and didn't know where to go, so I went to the information help desk. Understandably, the woman barely spoke any English, but what's important to ask is what platform to wait at. On your ticket, you'll see a bus number, and that number will be on the front of your bus, so you know you're getting onto the correct bus. The ride from Krakow to Novi Sas took about 2 hours. It was a lovely ride. The countryside was gorgeous. My problem started when I got to my destination.
Well, I sort of got here. I am at a bus stop that's currently under construction, so I can't go in anywhere. I'll show you what this looks like, though. Still don't have a hotel. Didn't book that yet, so I'm gonna try to find one right now and see what's around here. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. This is not my best idea. Well, I was looking at hotels and it said online that 97% of them were booked, and I'm not entirely sure that all of them were hotels and weren't hostels, and so I had to book a hotel in a neighboring town. I went to go get a rideshare car and apparently they don't exist here, and so I was looking up taxis and don't know how to do that. Thank God I didn't use all the battery on my phone and my laptop on the way over, which I almost did. I was like, I'm just gonna work the whole time, because I was scouring the internet trying to figure stuff out, and then all the websites are in Polish, and then so it took longer to get it to translate into English, which thank God is a thing, and I'm pretty sure I booked the right place. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to the next city at this point. Yeah, a little nervous right now, and this next bus to the next city that I found, it doesn't leave until 6:10, and I'm literally right here. I'm right beside the bus stop. Definitely terrified. Don't know how I'm gonna get to this pageant. Now that I'm in a further city that's 38 minutes from here, I have no idea how far this place is from the actual hotel or how I could even get a car to this venue. After all of this, I don't even know if I can get there. This is a mess.
I waited for my bus for about 4 hours, during which time it started to pour. After another lovely bus ride, I ended up in a town whose name I cannot pronounce.
I just can't help but laugh at my life. I just arrived in this city. It's so cute. Do I know how I'm gonna get to the pageant tomorrow? No. But I booked 3 days here. And you know what? It looks adorable. I'm excited. I will explore either way.
I was walking and I saw this little market place.
And I walked in just to see if I wanted anything, because I don't know really what's by my hotel. And they had grapefruits. So I picked up a grapefruit. The way to my hotel is a 21-minute walk uphill. And with my luggage and my backpack, it's pretty exhausting. And I took a little breather. We still got all this way up the hill and around the corner.
That was quite the walk up the mountain. Found the spot. The guy who runs the place emailed me and was like, when are you gonna be here? And it was in Polish, so I used Google Translate. Oh, thank God. Now I'm here. The room is really cute though. It's like a little mountain room. But what's important is the view. Look at this. Look at the mountains. I don't think there's any way for me to make it to Miss Supranational. I just don't even know how to get there. I would have to take another bus. I couldn't even figure out where the venue was. Today, apparently it's a new venue. So it looks like I'm gonna be in the Polish mountains for 3 days. I don't know what I'm doing. And I can't figure out how to connect to Wi-Fi. So that's where we're at in life right now. It's not funny. It's not funny, but it kind of is. Like, I think it's kind of funny. How did I end up here? Help? I feel so tired from yesterday. Woke up at 7. People are still trying to help me figure out how to get to Miss Supranational. Joseli, who is the director for Supranational United States, is here, and he's also an hour away from the venue. And I don't know if the taxis require you to pay with cash, which I don't have. And then also, how do I call the taxi back? It's a beautiful day. My mom's texting me. You know how you like text your parent one time and they message you back 30 times? Yeah, so that's my mom. Oh my gosh, I brought Tahine. Hello, what am I doing? I'm still trying to figure everything out. I'm gonna answer all my clients though right now. Why do you have to be so difficult? Just showered. You wouldn't guess it because my hair looks a mess. That right there is the pinkest grapefruit I think I've ever seen.
I am leaving to go look for food. I'm just thrilled right now. Look at this. I can only imagine how it looks here when it snows, because I was looking online somewhere that a lot of the resorts are ski resorts here. I've never been skiing or snowboarding, which shocks many people because I lived in California and in Montana, two really great states to go snowboarding in or skiing. I've never gotten the chance. I have a lot of friends that go, but they said they won't take me because they're afraid I'll get injured. They're probably right. So here is the walk down from where I'm staying, which is more like a cottage, I feel like. Just look at this. Look at all of the trees.
The The town at the bottom of the hill was so beautiful and picturesque, I would love to return. I found a restaurant called Gospoda. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I had no idea what to order, so I just took a suggestion from the waitress.
There's nobody here at this restaurant, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
I don't know what to say.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what this is, but it looks incredible.
It's like a pancake thing. This does not look like any pancake I have ever had. Oh my god. Wow. I was just brought to tears because it's so beautiful, and I just feel so thankful right now.
Obviously, I liked it.
I must say, the walk back up the hill is so much easier. So much easier when you don't have luggage. Yesterday it was rough.
Since I woke up at 7 a.m. and I still had no idea if I could attend Miss Supranational, I decided to take a breather for a minute and enjoy a cup of tea. At this point, I decided just to live in the moment because I had no idea what was going to happen next. I appreciate you joining me for this adventure, and if you'd like to see the next part of the journey, please subscribe and hit that notifications bell. I'll see you soon.